இப்போ நம்ம எங்கே போக போகிறோம்னா கேப்டன் எங்கேருந்து இந்த ஷிப்பை ஓட்டுறாரோ அங்கே தான் போக போகிறோம். ஸோ எல்லோரும் ரெடியாக இருக்கும். ஆல்ரெடி பயங்கர ஃபன்னாக போயிட்டுருக்கு. ஸோ என்ன நடக்க போகுதுன்னு தெரில. கேப்டன் ரூம் ரொம்ப சைலண்டாக இருக்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க.
I am First Officer Chirag Bakiwala, my colleague here, Third Officer Ayush, and my Quartermaster Rajendra. We are keeping a watch at the moment. So I'll be telling you a little about the equipments, what we are doing here exactly. This here that you see, this equipment, it's an electronic chart. This is what we are using to navigate the ship. So basically, where we are, we come to know by the GPS. What direction we are going, we come to know by the compass. Okay. So it has an input from the GPS and the compass. So in one look, you can come to know where you are. So this small circle that you see is where the ship is. Where we are going, this black line that you can see is where we are heading. This red line that you can see is drawn by us on this chart. This is a planned route where we are going, what we are going to follow when we go from one port to the other. So I'll zoom out for you all. So as you can see the east coast of India, this is Chennai. So as this was a Chennai at sea Chennai cruise, we came out, went all the way around and heading back to Chennai now. So as I said, this is an electronic chart what we use to navigate the ship. This here what you see is an radar. In movies you must have seen what a radar does. It basically tells you about the other ships that are around us. So anything on the surface of the water, any ship, any boat, any buoy, any solid object in the water will be seen on this radar. This radar will tell us exactly how far it is, what is the distance to it, and at what direction is it, what degrees are we seeing it at. So with ships and boats, this equipment is used to determine whether is she going on a collision course with us, how far she is going to pass. So we use these for navigation. These are secondary means of navigation. Our primary means of navigation is by looking outside, by a lookout. Lookout Rajendra in the front. His duty is continuously to scan the horizon by binoculars 360 degrees and to report any target that he sees.
But in this dark also you'll be able to see that?
It will switch off your flashes, you'll be able to see it properly.
Oh, okay.
So any target that he sees, he'll be reporting it to the conning officer that he sees a vessel, suppose at 20 degrees on the starboard side. Starboard side is right, port side is left. Bow is front, stern is back or aft, you can call it. So he will report the target, we will assess the situation, we'll monitor the target, where she's going, how she's going, and then we decide whether is there a risk of collision, is the ship going to pass too close to us, is there any other danger that is passing close to us. We are monitoring the depths at all times, whether is there enough sea room to go, etc, etc. So in certain situation, we take the ship on manual, that is we take the ship on hand steering and avoid the danger. Right now we are on autopilot, it's a computer that is driving the ship. As I spoke to you about the compass, this computer will make sure the ship is heading in that compass direction. So right now we are on autopilot. When we are coming closer to the land, with a more number of ships, the depths are reducing, where the danger is increasing actually. That time we will always go on hand steering. So there will be a person coming on the wheel steering the ship. What degree to steer will be told by us. Okay. So at the moment we are on autopilot. It's all clear. We are heading back to Chennai. We are going on a westerly course. In another 2-3 years, we'll be going back to a northerly course and heading back to Chennai. This here is the wheel of the ship, what we use to do hand steering. As you can see, it's not like the wheels in the olden times that's so big. In today's date, there are wheels that are much smaller than that also. Also, we have this small joystick to control the ship. So if I don't want to steer from there, I want to alter the course on the autopilot itself. So I'll give you an example. So if I do this, one click, it's going to alter the ship by 2 degrees on the starboard side. Okay. If I do this again, it's altering the ship on the starboard side. Yeah, so I'm coming 5 degrees to the starboard side now. I'm coming back to this red line. So I have duties to make sure the ship is going safe at all times, maintaining the plan that we decided and going at the required speed. To adjust the speed, you can see these two joysticks here. So I know they might look small, but they control 22,000 bhp of power. Okay, so when the joysticks are in the center, it's like neutral. You push it ahead, the ship goes ahead. You push it behind, the ship goes behind. So we have 4 engines, we have 2 propellers. Propellers are the big fans which are under the water which propel the ship. So these are controlling the propellers, controlling the RPM of the propellers. With respect to what speed we want, we control and decide what RPM we want to go at. These all equipment, these are the main basic equipments what we are using to navigate. We are a total of 6 officers who are keeping watch on captain's behalf. Captain is overall in command. We keep 4 hours shift twice a day. So at 8 o'clock another 2 people will come keep watch. Another 2 will come keep watch. Same at midnight, another 2 will come. Then again at 4 AM we come back. So whenever the navigation becomes, the level of navigation increases, that is entering port, leaving port, where depths become less, traffic becomes more, weather could deteriorate. At that moment it's always the captain who is taking the control of the ship and navigating. While we are still on the bridge, assisting him, carrying out our duties. Captain's on a 24 hours call. Basically, if there's any doubt, if we have any doubt, there's any concern, any danger that arises, anything, it's our duty to call the captain. He's on a 24 hours call basis. You guys, y'all have any questions?
So what is
What is the maximum speed it can
37,
nautical?
no, 37 kilometers per hour. So around 17 knots. So 1 knot is roughly
Double.
1.8 kilometers. So you can just double it.
So all this turbulence, is this because of the wind or the tide or how?
Wind mainly. So wind right now, wind is, we are having a wind speed of 30 knots. That's almost 50 kilometers.
Okay.
So that's only for this particular hour. That's why you're feeling a little shaking. But this experience is actually priceless. You won't get to experience this on land.
Yeah.
So what is the power of the engine? Like you said, 2,200.
22,000 bhp
22.
in total.
Okay.
So this experience that you have right now out in the open ocean is actually underpaid. You won't get this experience. We are the only cruise ship in India that are operating right now. And as you all must have roamed around in the open decks during the sunrises, sunsets, it can't get more beautiful than that. So you're out at sea, we experience the most beautiful sunrises, most beautiful sunsets. At night time when there's no clouds, you'll see a full blanket of stars above you. You won't get to see that on land.
Do this ship have suspension?
Suspension as well? Like a car?
Yes.
No.
No. Recent ships coming with stabilizer and all.
So we have stabilizers as well. Stabilizers are, you can't call it suspension. Basically stabilizers reduce the roll of the ship or remove it completely.
It's a kind of wing kind of.
Yeah, so there are basically 2 wings that come outside in the water and they damp the effect of the roll.
Okay. Despite that, this much is there.
Yes. Any other questions?
What is the weather forecast? How long is this sway?
Another 1 or 2 hours and it will be all good.
Okay, in 2 hours it will be.
Yes.
So how
As
many-
you know, it's monsoon time. Because of that, we have little high winds, but it's completely alright. Enjoy this dizzy effect without having any drinks.
in total, how many nautical miles we traveled? I mean, if we go
We
back.
travel around 222 nautical miles. Just this is for the Chennai at sea Chennai one. For different ports, it will be different. So we're also calling Pondicherry. We're also calling Vizag in this season here.
Since yesterday we didn't see any other ships on the.
Yeah. We passed one half an hour ago only. The last group got to see it.
Achha.
So how much fuel is required to do this trip? For our trip?
So, average fuel per day, we are consuming almost 30 to 35 tons per day. So, accordingly, we preload our tanks, pre-bunker our tanks for the whole voyage. Plus, for safety factors, we keep more in hand for the vessel.
Okay, so in total, how many tons will be in a cruiser?
We can load up to maximum 1500 tons as well. So, normally we have around 500 plus tons at all times.
Oh, happy 4 months in Chennai.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you are having a lovely experience on the cruise.
Yes, indeed.
I hope I see you all soon again.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.